Holy boot knives, Batman. So, I'm going to cover two $50 boot knives today. One is no longer in production, but you can still get it on eBay for about $50. I think the lowest I found it for is $25, but $25 to $50 is about what you can get this knife for. And the other one, I'm actually on their mailing list, so I get sent stuff that is pretty okay. It's TRS Bootlegger. First, we're going to talk about the Smith & Wesson 820, and that is this bad boy. I am not sure if it's full tang. I don't think it is. I think it's 3/4 tang, but you feel like you're holding something. And if you need to make space, and that's what my next video is about, is space makers. If you need to make space between you and another individual who is trying to attack you, this will do it. This can be used as a standalone weapon or in addition to a pistol or whatever you might need. But it is very much a classic boot knife. It is only sharp on, well, hell, I guess I sharpen both sides. But typically they're only sharp on one side. This one's been sharpened on both. It's been a minute since I've had this out. I used to carry this when I carried the Jericho everywhere. This is super nice. It is a great addition of kit. And typically I'll carry a boot knife actually in the waistband tucked next to my spare magazine for my pistol. And it adds to the ability to have an offhand knife. I think that's very important if you're going to be carrying every day, is having that offhand knife. These are made from 440C stainless steel. Super well made knives. And the whole goal of this is to stick it in another person if you have to defend yourself. So if you've ever worked in a corrections environment, or you've ever been locked up in a corrections environment, people make people stickers out of virtually everything, from rolled up magazine to toothbrush to little pieces of metal strapped to rolled up paper. Virtually anything can be turned into a people sticker. So when you're talking about knife materials used to defend yourself, I don't think the quality of the metal, because you're not meeting metal on metal, you're not using it for, well, you are using it for survival, but you're not meeting metal on metal. You're using it to get yourself space between yourself and the attacker, or to dislodge the attacker from the attack. So this is a good option. Here in Tennessee, our knife laws are pretty liberal. We can carry a variety of things. This is a good option. Now, if you live in a state with knife regulations, you're probably not going to be able to carry this because it's sharpened on both sides. But if you live in a place like Tennessee, you can carry this, and it is wonderful. It's a wonderful addition of kit. I highly recommend it. If you can find them on eBay, they're decent. They come with a leather sheath with a bunch of Smith & Wesson logoing, and you have some nice Smith & Wesson embossing and some engraving. Typically, I steer clear of any knives made by a firearms manufacturer, and vice versa. But Smith & Wesson does a pretty decent job on making knives. And I can't say that rule goes true or rings true for other manufacturers, because Glock started making hinges and knobs and survival/field knives for the German government, and they make a hellaciously good pistol. So while that's not true in every case, especially in this one, this is a great option. Now I'm going to highlight this little knife. This is the TRS Bootlegger. They're pretty sweet. You can find them on Amazon for about $50. You can probably get them cheaper. Pay attention to your emails. Sometimes TRS will put you on their mailing list. You can get it for pretty cheap. I think I got this for shipping. So I sure as hell didn't pay $50 for it. But it was a really good offer. It might have been a little on top of shipping, I got it for a really good deal. It is made from 7 CR17 MOV steel and has G10 handles with nice texturing. This is what I carry next to my magazines with the Masada I carry. It's the pairing I use because I can grab this really easy. Even in wet conditions, I can grab this knife. And if I need to make space between myself and another person that's trying to do me harm, so I can draw that weapon, this allows me or affords me the ability to do that by keeping it on my offhand. Other than that, I've used it to open mail and boxes, but it's still at the ready in case I ever have to use it. And I do train with it. When I do dry fire training, I'll draw knife and pistol, and it does its job. It does its job quite nicely. It's very balanced. I think I've seen videos of people throwing these things, and it is full tang. So if you're looking for a full tang boot knife that's not necessarily goofy looking, this is a great option. These are both great options. I recommend either of these knives. If for anything, a space maker or a letter opener on crack, or it might just be your cheesecake knife. I know someone asked me, why would you carry that? And one of my favorite answers is like, oh, that's my cheesecake knife. I'm a chubby man and I do like cheesecake. I mean, who doesn't like cheesecake? So, very cool knife. Again, if you like our content, hit likes and subscribe. Don't be afraid to comment. If you can find any of the stuff I review for cheaper, put it in the comments. People need to know this, especially if they want one of these. Put it in the comments. Again, like our previous video, if you have something you want me to review, just hit me up. Tell me what it is. And if you want to submit one, awesome. If not, I will try to get my greasy mitts on it, and we will see what we can do about reviewing it. Now, it might be a little while before I can get it on film, depending on work, but I will get around to it, and I will get it on film. And I will tell you what I think of the knife and the uses I've put it through, or a general idea. So again, this is Vulcan Raisin. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'm pretty quick on the replies because it only takes a minute to reply. This is Vulcan Raisin signing off. Thank you and have a good day.